Do you want to fast in this Lent? Abstinence of judging others and discovers Jesus Christ in them. Fast with critical, scathing words, and fill with phrases that purify. Fast with discontent and fill you with gratitude. Fast with irritation, hatred, cholera, and fill with mansion and patience. Fast of pessimism and fill you with optimism and hope. Fast of worries and fill you with trust in God. Fast with lamentations and lemurias and fill you with simple things in life. Fasting with pressures and fills you with prayers. Fast with sadness and bitterness and fill with joy in the heart. Fast of selfishness and fill with compassion for others. Fast of grudges and fill with reconciliation attitudes. Fast with words and fill you with silence to listen to others. Fast with thoughts of weakness and fill you with promises they inspire. Fast of all that separates you from Jesus and fills you from what brings you closer to Him. Sometimes we keep waiting, right? Thinking, oh my God, what is the sacrifice I'm going to make in this Lent? Some people say, oh, I'm not going to have a beer all the way. I wish this sacrifice lasted the rest of his life, isn't it? I see nothing against beer. I think there are people who truly know how to drink a beer every now and then with friends, without turning into a problem. But my experience shows me that sometimes this socialized beer, it turns into a serious problem for that person who does it. Alcoholism starts like this, right, my people? So who knows, a sacrifice will be wonderful. A sacrifice that will truly do well to everyone. That we cannot think egoistic what we choose to do in Lent. I'll be without chocolate. Okay, you're making a sacrifice that has value before God. Now, if you choose to do something that will reverberate directly on people who are in you, you can be sure it has an even greater validity. Do you know why? Because it improves your relationship with people. So I will make the sacrifice of, in this Lent, not to speak ill of others. I will make a superhuman effort not to allow gossip to happen around me. Ready? You are truly having a gesture that is not just a restriction, as I will stop eating chocolate. But you are turning your heart into a better space and giving others an opportunity to have a better world. It's an attitude that has developments, isn't it? If I stop eating chocolate and live this restriction, what is the benefit I can have? What is the great strength of this sacrifice before God? I educate my will. I start being able to say no to things. But it does not always have a social unfolding. My gesture of not eating chocolate will not always improve my way of being with those people. Now there are things, as it is here, listed so beautifully, that if we do, there will be repercussion on others. For example, I will fast from critical words, and I will fill with words that purify. So I will transform for sure. When I stop having this criticism all the time, scathing, often destructive, and I begin to fill my heart with words that inspire. The people I live with whom I work, will benefit from my behavior. If I start fasting with irritation, hatred, cholera, and filling me with mansion and patience, my God with heaven, or imagine that annoyed person you work with, if she did the fast not to get angry, to keep her irritation a little, wouldn't you thank you? I'm sure yes. Because there is nothing worse than you live with a person who hates all the time, who is always ready to destroy the world, who is always ready to throw a bomb in the place she works, which is always annoyed. There are people who seem to be connected at 220. Brava. There in the Northeast, they have an interesting expression. How is it? It looks like a crab in the can. Holds a little Sereno inside the can for you to see the agony it gets so. As much as he goes crazy to get out of the inside. Sometimes there are people who are like that too. It looks like a crab in the can, annoyed and angry. And this irritation is part of that person. Everyone already looks at her knowing that she is annoyed, that she is always moody. For God's sake, He does a fast of it. Begins to commit to God. I don't want to have this bruised face anymore. I will allow God to transform my face. I will allow God to transform my mood. I go there to make my practical sacrifices of Lent, my prayers. But I will unite with these sacrifices. A commitment to live better. To be a better human being. It's equal to us. We have the person who makes sacrifice. She doesn't eat. She's fasting. But because she's fasting, she gets a bad mood.